Thumbs up for Mom. Yay. Talk about what you were just saying. This is Janet Oliveira Hill. Grew up in the no, you grew up in Hana, huh?
Right.
And what were we just talking about? We can't remember.
I was saying that when my parents, that would be your grandmother, when we were kids, we would go to Auntie Joaquina and Uncle Joaquin's house in Keliku.
And this is Taurus.
And the men would, and I guess she too, because she was one of the sisters, they would discuss trying to divide the land.
Oh, Joao Oliveira's land.
Yeah, which was left to them as a group. It wasn't, individually. All the kids inherited from their parents.
Is that what they call Hui land?
Hui. No, not exactly. No.
Oh,
Hui land is when a lot of family owns it. And I guess it became Hui land in a sense.
Okay, that's what they call it now.
But this was what Grandpa.
Yeah. Oh.
This was his land.
Okay.
That he left for all the kids, but then they could never.
He's kicking his feet on.
They could never agree. Because one of the brothers would want the good land, and then another didn't want the bad land.
Yeah.
And oh my God! And before long, we'd be playing outside. We would hear them. The voices getting louder and louder, and it was all in Portuguese.
Oh my gosh!
So we never understood what was said.
Yeah.
But they never could settle that, and I think eventually they just sold it intact.
That's why my grandpa Marion Cabral sold his land.
Yeah, they just sold the whole thing, and then divided the money. That was the best they could do. And then of course I think they weren't into. Well, Uncle Johnny, I guess they had some cows, but they weren't into cattle. I don't really know too much. I know my dad had a lot of cattle because he had the dairy. And we had
your dad was Joe Oliveira.
In Hana, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he also slaughtered cattle for the hospital.
Oh.
I don't know how often he did, maybe once a month or whatever. Because he had a big slaughterhouse on where the dairy was. And Uncle Manuel must have gone into cattle too. Maybe they both did.
As a team?
I guess all I'm trying to say is that was what they were used to at the family, and they continued. Like fishermen, they come from fisherman family.
You follow your father's footsteps.
Fishing, yeah.
Just like me, I followed my father's footsteps and worked at Safeway.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Jose and Maria Cabral's son, Joe, and Joe's wife, Serafina. That's his first wife.
Okay. So I'm Carol Fernandez Lavelle. My mom's name was Isabel Cabral. My grandfather, Joseph Cabral, and Iris's grandfather, Marian Cabral, were brothers, so that's how we are related. And I grew up in Pukalani. In 1945, we moved there, and my father and his brothers built our house.
Cool.
The materials for the home was bought from surplus from the army.
All right.
So our life was pretty much the life of farmers. We grew corn and potatoes and beans, and we raised a pig every year, and chickens and ducks.
All right.
And about once a year, we would make Portuguese sausage out of our pig,
All right.
the poor thing.
There's the Portuguese, the poor thing.
And pretty much growing up there consisted of the farm life, going to school, chores, great memories of my grandparents
Yeah.
and the life they lived. And my mother was born, I think, in
Ooh, I'm shaking.
Homicide. Not really remembering the name of the.
Not Nahiko?
Not Nahiko.
Oh.
Nahiko.
Oh, okay.
Kipahulu. That area.
Oh, okay.
That area.
Okay.
So that's pretty much it. Making sausages was kind of like a big memory for me.
Yeah, nothing like Hawaii linguiça.
Yeah, and the family would all get together and spend hours and hours for several days getting everything they needed
Yeah.
to make the sausages, and everybody would cooperate.
Yeah.
When it was our turn, all the family came to our house. When it was, the uncle's turn next door, everybody went there.
All right.
Everybody helped everybody plant their crops.
It was a community event.
Community event every single
Yeah.
time.
All
There was
right.
a luau. Everybody got together to prepare. We go to the country and pick the tea leaves and go knock down the coconuts to make haupia.
Ooh, yum. Yeah.
And make the lau-laus and wrap them. That would take like 2 or 3 days of fun and party before the party.
Did you go to school barefooted?
I did not go to school barefooted because I went to a Catholic school and it was not allowed.
Yeah.
So we had to
St.
wear-
Anthony?
First, I went to a parochial school up in the country in Makawao called St. Joseph's.
Oh, okay.
And we had a uniform, so we had to wear shoes and socks. And then I went to the high school in Wailuku, St. Anthony High School. And of course, we wore uniforms, so no barefoot.
And it had the boys separated from the girls.
Oh, yes. No boys or girls could touch each other. Not allowed.
Yeah.
Some of them found a way. Not me.
Oh.
And after I graduated from high school and worked for a couple of years was when I met Ernie.
Oh.
And of course, he's from Maui also, from Wailuku, the Laval family.
Yeah.
And then we moved here.
All right. And Karen Cabral, her father was a Laval, huh? Too?
Yes, Karen's mother and my husband were sister and brother.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And Karen's
Fernandez.
dad and my mom were sister and brother.
Oh. Okay.
So, yes,
There's a familiar ring to
pretty
that.
closely related.
Yes.
Oh. I can't think of anything else.
Oh, pow.
Wow.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Carol.
Oh, you're
Oh, and
welcome.
we met on Facebook, you and I.
Was it Lillian?
Somehow
Yes.
we realized we were
Yes,
cousins.
Yes.
Susie, my cousin Susie Ferguson Wecker,
Right.
founded the Cabral Oliveira
right.
site.
The site. That's how we did hook up.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right. You're welcome.
Introduce yourself. This is Danny Oliveira, son of Agush.
August Oliveira
Talk louder.
and Helen Oliveira.
Ellen and Agush. I hear loud voices behind me.
I grew up in Kapakua, and I went to Maui High School, and I went to Maui Community College, and I joined the Navy.
And you met Margaret.
And stayed with my grandfather for the summers,
And your grandfather was
Manuel Oliveira.
Manuel,
And,
my
do a
grandma's
lot of
brother.
things with him. And we used to go fishing down in Uluino, and we'd walk from his house all the way down to the ocean. With his
Nice.
horse, but nobody rode the horse. We just walked with it.
Oh,
And he was quite a guy. He used to like to play his ukulele, sing his songs, and tell you
nice.
stories. So.
Continue.
Okay, and so I went into the Navy in 1965, and after boot camp, went over to Vietnam for 2.5 years. I was a mud sailor. I was on the brown water on the boats for 2.5 years, and then I left and went to Coronado Island, San Diego, and lived there for 1.5 years with my wife. And when I got out of service, I moved up to El Segundo and spent 25 years working for Chevron in El Segundo. And in 1993, I retired and moved up to Paso Robles, California, where I am right now.
Cool.
And I'm going to be 70 next month.
All right.
I'm still working and loving it.
Good.
And
keeping busy.
I'm pretty good health.
All right.
And happy with life.
Good. I want to say one more thing. Your grandpa was my grandpa's brother. I mean, my grandma's brother. Your grandma was my
your
grandpa's sister. All right.
And that makes us royal cousins.
Royal.
All the
In the backyard. When we were kids, we put salt on the bird's tail and the bird can't fly. So we'd sit hours in the bushes waiting for the birds.
Oh,
That wasn't for the name.
Oh, was that true? That's true. She put a gay.
That's what I said. Knowing your father, it was a.
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah.
Tell me the story about the E's and the I's.
Yeah. Then we'd make noise and he'd hey. I was in second grade or whatever. You learn I before E except after C, right?
Yeah.
So I went home, Mom, our name's spelled wrong, and she says,
Oh, and Freedom.
no, you tell the teacher your name's not English. Whatever that meant. So I, all proud, our name's not English, so it's spelled wrong. But it bothered me till I was about 50. I figured it out. It's I before E except after C unless you're Portuguese.
except for Freitas.
When I was little, I thought my mom called me by my cute little Japanese name. And I was about 18 and I figured out Bakatari's not junior.
What does it mean?
Stupid.
Oh, how funny is that? Oh, yeah. Hi. This is everybody getting organized for a group picture. Are we organized for a group picture?
And how long is yours? Long time?
We're getting there. We're getting there. Hawaiian restaurant. We are at the Loft in Torrance.
Come on, Iris.
Oh, okay.
Now you can get me in my camera.
Okay. Oh, there goes a siren. I'm taking video. Say something. Aloha.
Lomi salmon.
Lomi salmon.
Marketplace, get there on time.
We're proud Portuguese.
Oops.
We can't work.
Okay, Marty, you want me to use her camera? Ooh. Oh.